Good morning to all my dear students. Thank you so much for joining this webinar. The topic is effective listening. So, one second. Yes. Yeah, effective listening is more important than talking. Such a wonderful topic it is. So I welcome today's speaker, Mr. Vinay Kumar. He is our MBA graduate in the year 2020, and he completed his BE Mechanical Engineering in the year 2017. And his career started from Tesco company. He joined as an associate marketing. Then later he joined Shopee India. So currently working for a Shopee India, and he is a senior analyst. Then current profession roles include he is handling a data and customer acquisition analysis, finding the right marketing space for the Shopee in order to acquire more customers. So, and also customer redemption analysis. So more than this, there are a lot of roles he is involved into in his company. So I welcome you, Vinay, and thank you so much for giving us this wonderful topic to all our students. And over to you, Vinay.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you so much. Very good morning, all the students, and looking forward to this session. Before I begin this session, I would like to express my gratitude for Team NSC for having me over here. So before I could begin with this topic, like I'm a little nervous because this is my first lecture over the virtual. But nonetheless, let's begin the topic. Let me just share my screen and let me know whether you guys can see it or not. Okay. I guess everyone can see.
Yes, yes.
Please give a thumbs up.
Yes, it's visible. Yes.
All right. One moment, let me just clear up the setting. Okay. All right. So as ma'am has already given an introduction about me, so there's nothing to give more about it. So, but yes, just giving a brief about my career perspective, because I come from a place that is a Patna, but I migrated to Bangalore in the year 2005, and from there onwards, I carried all my education, followed by job, and yeah. So when it comes to a Shopee India, it is a new company in India, and they are widely expanding in India, and the office is located right behind your college, that is New Horizon. And as when it comes to my role, that is as senior analyst, I'm involved in the setting up the marketing campaign as well as the analysis for example, whatever the redemptions customer will do. If there's maximum amount of redemption, that is very good for the company perspective. But if the redemptions are very less, we have to understand why the customers are not interested in buying our company product. And if so, we have to report this query to our stakeholder, that is on-site stakeholders. So currently I'm involved in Indian team with I'm also working for Philippines market. So both the markets we are parallelly working. So let's go directly into the topics. I think ma'am has already given an introduction about the topic, that is effective listening is more important than talking. So yeah. So, can anyone, I think there are 150 plus participants are there. I want the session to be interactive. So I just want at least few students to be communicating with me or interacting with me so that the classes will go engaging, or else it will be like one person speaking in a whole rally. Okay, so I really want a few of the students to ask me doubts or clear up anything or be supportive from other end. Okay.
So what we thought is, Vinay, so we are muted everyone actually. So
Okay.
if in between, if they have any doubt, they'll put it in the chat box, or maybe at the end of the session, we will
Mhm.
give them a time to ask the question.
That will be good then. Yeah.
Huh. So
So
otherwise, it will be a lot of distance since it is
sure.
online.
Mhm.
A lot of kiosk will be there. So end of the session, we'll give them a time to ask the question.
Sure. So yeah, that will, and that is a good option. So we can work like that. So at end of the session, we can definitely give a chance to all the students to have a one-on-one interaction. So yes. So the picture itself says that one guy over here towards my left side is listening, other guy is talking. So among here we have 150 participants, right? So in that, few will be very good listeners, few will be good communicator or good in talking, right? But having listening is more important than talking. How does we stand by that? Let's understand that. Okay. So this is the topic. Effective listening is more important than talking. So let us understand what is listening. So whenever now, for example, I'm giving delivering the speech right now. I'm sure in 150 participants, everyone would. I just believe that everyone would be listening to me. Yeah. So when listening is just not like you have to be just listening to the speaker whatever they are saying. You have to try to decode the message whatever the speaker is trying to convey. If in case you're failing to understand the message by the speaker, then you have to definitely approach to him or ask him then and there, because once you fail to understand the certain paragraph or certain points by the speaker, you will definitely lag behind, and then the entire session you will be just missing out from the main concepts. Okay, so that's a listening. So what does the listening stands for? Listening that is effective listening means hearing the message, making the meaning of it, and responding in a way that lets sender know you are truly understanding it. So if I'm saying something, you have to definitely understand in such a way that either most of the people try to understand the message what in their own language, that is their mother tongue. So that makes people to understand much easier rather than any other language. So since we are having communication in English language, but yeah, people always try to decode the message in English mother tongue language. Okay, so if in case it says that if listener fails to decode the message, then sorry, then he or she needs to clarify from the speaker. So right now, if any person is not able to understand my message, okay, so you are as you can definitely clarify from me then and there. But what happens if you don't understand? That means you are either physically present but mentally absent. Okay, so make yourself both physically as well as mentally present on that situation, so you will be able to understand the key perspective. Okay, so good listeners must pay attention to the key points. So what are the key points in the sense, you know, as a narrator, if you many people would have been seen that rallies now election campaigns are going on in many states in India. So many people would be seeing that one person say Narendra Modi is giving a speech about introducing about 1 lakh public. So he will be keep on talking for 1 hour. But do you think so? In that 1 lakh public, everyone will be listening to him? No, hardly 5% of the people will be listening to him, and rest all have just come to see him. That's it. So paying attention to the speaker message is very important. Let's go to the next. So there are 3 levels of active listening. So what are the 3 levels of active listening? Sorry, 3 levels of listening, not active listening. 3 levels of listening, that is active listening, passive, and non-listening. Okay. So when it comes to active listening, I hope everyone relates to this. For example, this is the morning first session. So you people are totally fresh and energetic. So whatever the message I am trying to convey, you will be putting 100% effort, if not 100%, at least 90 to 80% effort you will be putting then and there to understand my message. Okay, so that's called active listening. That means your body and mind, soul, everything has to be there on that situations to understand my message. That's the active listening. So as the picture over here, it clearly indicates that a girl is trying to convey the message to the listener, and he is listening very carefully to the message. Okay, so that's the active listening. Now, towards my right side, you have another steps for active listening. So what are the procedure for active listening? That is listen, think, and speak. So if you are trying to be an active listener, you have to first understand the message, whatever the message have been put up by the speakers. Okay, then you have to decode in your system, that is in your brain, try to what do you call it, transform the entire message into your own language and understand what is the key point from that, and then you try to portray that message in your own words. So that will make you to understand the entire message, and then you will be definitely having some key takeaway from that message. Next one is passive listening. So passive listening is what? So it's just like a college life. You guys will be having first class, so you will be listening to the stories nicely. That is the active listening. Now imagine you guys have got a break, okay, and after a break you will have tea, coffee, and get back to the class. And I'm sure in many students will be just listening to the teacher, and then but they will be physically present, but mentally playing some games in the mobile, or you will be doing chit chat with your friends or family, anyone. Okay, so that's a passive listening. So most of the time what happens, passive listening is not that good, because you will be partially listening to the message, as well as you will be partially putting attention in your gadgets or anything. Okay, so passive listening you have to avoid, and you have to focus more on active listening. And the last one is non-listening. So I guess no one is no one over here is a non-listener, right? I believe everyone is listening to my message. Okay, so the picture indicates that the person, I mean the lady is trying to listen, but the other person is hardly putting any effort to what do you call it, hardly putting any effort to listen to this lady. Okay, so you will see that non-listening is just like maybe after the lunch hour you guys will hardly listen to your lectures, right? So that time you know what happened, if you are trying to if you are not listening to the listener speaker, at that time what will happen, speaker will just lose his interest, and he will then and there feel like people are not listening, and he will also just wrap up the session very quickly. So that's a non-listening. Okay, so I guess everyone is clear till here. So let's go ahead. Now, who can be good listener? Okay, so when it comes to a good listener, so good listener is not just like you have to sit in a classroom and just listen and think whatever they are saying. It's not like that. You have to be physically and mentally present, as I said from the beginning of the slides. Okay, so to be a good listener, you need to be showing good body posture. So how does the body posture indicates that? For example, you have to be a good eye contact with the speaker. So in that case, if you are having good eye contact with the speaker will definitely be convinced by the students that yes, people are understanding my message. Or if he tries to ask any question, people have to interact with him. If you guys don't interact with the speaker, that time definitely speaker will be getting demotivated, and he will think, so either I'm going wrong or people are not interested in that. Okay, so you have to be a good in eye contact. Second thing is mouth is quiet. So I'm sure that many seminar would be happening in college, and then people are attending it, right? So but I in that seminar, you know what happens, uh, what I see is that hardly people putting an effort to listen to the speaker. Sometimes first 10 minutes they will be listening nicely, and after that they will just go into their own zone. That means what will happen at that time is that it will definitely get a bad message to the speaker that people are not bothered to him, and he will be getting demotivated, and then and there's a chances that he will stop the talk, and then he may go away, and that gives a bad remark on the class and the entire institute. Okay, so mouth should be quiet, and eye should be in good contact with the speaker. Hands are still. So I believe whenever we are listening to the speaker, you have to be in a good position. That means you have to sit straight and listen to him. You should not keep moving your hand here or there like this, or you should not disturbing that. If you are doing in such behaviors, that what happens with that, the speaker gets he gets interacted, and then that sorry, he gets disturbed by that, and whatever he's trying to convey, or whatever the plan is having for this session, he will not be able to convey the message to the audience, and then and there's a chances he will not go ahead. And as I said from the beginning, that brain, that means physically presence is important, but mentally presence is as much as important as physical presence. Okay, so it is so most of the people, what they do when a speaker is talking, he will be sitting like this and thinking, and speaker thinks that yeah, people are listening to him, but physically presence doesn't make any thing until unless you try to decode the message by the speaker. Okay, so brain has to be functioning properly and try to understand it. Ear, that is, listen carefully. So when I'm speaking right now, I'm just believing that everyone is listening to me and everyone is trying to understand whatever I'm trying to convey. So that should be the, you should not just put a earphone or anything and keep listening to the songs. And okay, so that's a bad remark. And the last one is feet are still. So feet are still means this is the last body posture that you have to sit in such a manner that you should not shake your hand or shake your legs. So all these things is just a small mischievous, and then it gives quite disturbance to the speaker. And the next topic is why listening is important. So why listening is important? So very important in as per the career perspective. I'm sure many of the I don't know which all the branches students are here, but as many students would have been in first year, second year, third year, whichever classes they are in. From the day one, lecturer would have definitely told you that what is the right path for you to go ahead in your career, right? So at day one, you guys will be listening to the lectures nicely that yes, this is my plan, so that I have to do this, that, and take a job and then land up, settle myself properly, right? So you will be listening day one, but what happens and like after 2 3 months, you will be seeing that you yourself deviating from the message. That means you will, if any distraction happens around you, you will be totally deviated from the main perspective and just divert yourself to the other side. And that time what happened, you will be totally land up in elsewhere. That means if you're planning to land up, you're planning to get a job in software industries or top IT's company, and you will land up in some other companies. Okay, so that should not happen. So to avoid communication error, so what is this communication error? So whenever I'm trying to convey some message to you right now, you have to understand it and portray in such a simple language that you should understand in coming days as well. Okay, so if you don't understand it, try to ask the person then and there and get clarity on that. Okay, if you're not understanding it right now, then you are trying to put it in some other, say I'm saying XYZ and you will write ABC, and that means that's totally a miscommunication. Okay, the next point is helps to learn something new. So I'm sure that every weekend or every week you will be having some guest lecture or some seminar. So every lecturer will not be the same. Everyone will be having some new topics to talk upon. Either it can be subjective, or it can be what you call career perspective. So everyone has got their own opinion and then their own side, and they will be telling that. So you have a chances to learn from their life and from their experiences. Okay, the next point is it is a key to success. How it is a key to success is very that is very important. So whatever the teachers tells in the class, you try to understand that, and whatever she says, like follow this, that, you have to follow that. Because when exam happens and you don't follow, then at the last moment I see many students rushing up to the teacher asking doubts, this and that, and that time it's very difficult for the teacher as well as the student to understand both the things. Okay, so that should not happen. Then to show that we are serious, and the next point is we display respect to the other views point. That means if I'm talking something now, you guys are listeners and you guys have to pay attention to my message, right? So you have to be serious. Now it's a virtual what do you call virtual speech is happening, but right now I don't know how many people are listening to me, or how many people are just what do you call doing something else, right? So you should be whatever the message or whatever the lecture teachers or school college have assigned, make sure you try to attain those lectures, because every lecture is not the same. In every lecture you will be having some one or two key points takeaway. Okay, so from that, those things will be definitely helpful for you. Okay, And second, sorry, it says help us to learn and help us to adapt and understand. So these are the same thing. And last one is empathize. Okay. So what is empathize? That is you trying to understand the speaker message and putting yourself into the speaker shoe. Okay. So whatever the message they try to convey, and try to put yourself into the speaker shoe and understand it in that perspective. Definitely you will be understanding it partially about partially message. Okay. If not, then you need to get clarity from your teachers or the speaker. So we are the next topic is advantage of listening. How listening is a advantage to us, that it builds a relationship. So when it comes to a corporate journey, so yes, talking is also important, but listening is more important in corporate life, because whenever you are having certain set of meeting happening around, you need to focus, you need to be physically and mentally present then and there. And if in case anything is absence or there, then there will be chances that you may lose the business, or you may lose the stakeholder interest, and there you will definitely go here and there, and there's a chance, and the total relation on the business will be collapsed. So that's a building relationship. The next one is solve problem. So how does it solve problem? Then when you're trying to what do you call it? When you're trying to understand the message, okay, you will definitely whatever the problems you're having, you will go and get clarity from teachers. Okay, so you will try to understand, and then you will try to figure out the problem whatever you had, and you will try to solve it by yourself. And if it is not happening, then definitely people are around you and to help you out, right? So it will definitely help you to solve most of the problems by listening. Ensure understanding. So that we have been talking right from the beginning of the slides. The second last point is resolve conflicts. What does the conflict mean? There should not be any what do you call verbal miscommunication from any person. Okay, that's a conflict. Now in case if you are not able to understand any message, you need to try to decode it in your try to decode it as soon as possible, or else you need to figure out how it is. Nowadays many online technologies are available, right? If you are many, you guys will be attending many of the what do you call classes, and in that I'm sure that at least 50% of the message you will be understanding from the teachers, and 50% you may not understand. So in that case, you need to go back to home and try to google it out on the YouTube or any other channel. Many things have come up today, so that try to learn from them, because everyone is if you try to put yourself and put your effort and understand the problem, then you will be finding the solution by itself, and it will be definitely helpful for you in future days. And improve accuracy. Improve accuracy means it will be, so when whatever the problem is being illustrated by you, okay, try to solve it, and then if it is not happening, so then there will be a not the solution whatever you have got, that will not be accurate, and in that case you will land up in the zero result. Okay, so if you want to have accurate result, you have to start understanding the message and try to decode them, and then get the final result of it. So that will be accurate message, accurate result. So actually, I wanted to do this session, but I guess this will not work upon right now, because this is a small game that passing the message. So here we have roughly around 150 plus students. So if so the game goes like this. So to the first person, I will pass the message, the whatever I have written over here, and the message will be passed to the first student by me, and then the entire message will be passed one after the another students, and I will be asking some random guy what is the message they have got. So that if he says the complete sentences what is written over here, that means he has understood the message whatever I have said. That, and I can definitely tell that that guy has good listening capability. And if say some guys have failed to explain that, that means there is a lagging in the message from the other person, or from the that same boy. Okay, and the last thing that is a very important slide, that from one great man. So what it says that most of the success people I have known are the ones who are done who do more listening than talking. So when it comes to who do listening is more important than talking, I'm sure that everyone here is putting attention towards my message and listening to my stories, sir. But when it comes to listening, everything has to be present. That means body, mind, soul has to be present. So that will give you more understanding of the message, and you will be trying to figure out what the narrator is trying to convey, and you will definitely have some key takeaway when you go back to your home. So that concludes my presentation. It was very short and simple. So I hope everyone have understood. It's over to the student right now. If you have any doubts, if you want to ask me anything right now, you can definitely ask me then and there.
Ajit, you can unmute them. Yeah. Any students wanted to ask any doubt or anything to the speaker, please you can ask, or you can put it in a chat also.
Yes.
Anything on the topic, or if you have other than the topic also, you can ask him. He is
yeah, it is not like you have to just ask relevant to
yes,
the topic.
exactly.
You can ask me
Whatever he has
related to career
experience, he will
perspective.
share.
Yes.
Correct. Or about his company or anything, you guys can come forward. Ajit, please unmute them. Ajit?
Looks like everyone is on mute. So someone.
That's what I'm just calling him.
Guys, you can just drop a message on the chat window, then I can definitely answer to few of the questions.
Guys can unmute.
You people can just unmute your mic and you can talk. It's already done. So if anybody just unmute.
Okay, now there's a question I'm getting from the Zali Banu, that is, he says that if a person isn't a good listener, what that should start doing improve his or her listening skill. So yeah, when a person is not a good listener, you need to like focus more on your listening skills. That is like try to listen to the some stories of that has like many of the YouTubes have some stories. Try to understand that, and also you should try to listen to some influencer talk. So that will definitely help you to decode the message. Then next question I'm getting from C45 something, that is, don't you think passive listening is better because we are able to multitask, and isn't multitasking is a good skill? So when it comes to what I would suggest to this student whosoever is C45, passive listening, whenever you are having some task given to you, try to focus on one task at a time, because right now you are a student, so you are like, I'm sure that many students are multi-talented and multitasking, right? So you will be having many tasks that you will be doing parallelly at a time. But what happens if in corporate world you are stepping and you will try to handle 10 tasks at a time? That time there's a chances of happening one error, and one error can definitely throw you out of the company. So you will better try to do one task and making sure that the result should be 100% accurate, rather than doing multitasking. But when it comes to passive listening, I don't suggest passive listening yet. Okay. Any other questions students have?
Any other questions?
Yes, there is a one question from Vintesh, I guess. I'm somewhat good in listening, sir, but during presentation I can't face the stage because stage fear, because of the stage fear. How to overcome that? Yes. So when it comes to stage fear, and okay, this student Ventus, I would recommend you to try to be what you call more vocal in your class. At least I guess every class has at least 50 students in it. So try to be more attentive in class when it comes to attending, not only in terms of study perspective, whatever the presentations, whatever the seminar teacher asks you to give it then and there, because start facing the small stage, and then you will be having a wider audience listening to you. Or else there is a chance that right now 160 200 students are there, but here uh, even I would not be 100% confident in giving a message, speaking to these many people, though it is virtual. But you need to having just listening is not important. You need to face the wider audience. So in order to face wider audience, you need to communicate to your fellow mate first, and then try to overcome that problem. Then I'm getting one question right from the Aditya: why active listening is important? So active listening, I guess you would have seen the slide over there. It says that when active listening means there is a you will put your all your effort in one particular task and listen to the. Now I'm the person talking and you people are listening to me, right? So in that case, whatever the doubts are you're having, you're asking me. But what happens in case if I ask, say I'll ask a student, what is this? You will not be able to answer. If you are not able to answer my question, that means I will think that you're passive listener, because you might be doing something else, or you might be a non-listener. So here, that's the answer to this question. Then there's another question from VK's. How was your journey is starting this college in corporate, and basically your experience? Okay, when it this is very interesting question. So good question from Vikesh, saying when it comes to college, I started NSC right in the 2018, and then doing MBA was definitely fruitful journey I had. But stepping out from the college, getting job from the college was one thing, but yes, making sure that you land up in the right company, that is very important. And then when I landed in a corporate world, it was really different journey, because there you will be not have be the same person. You will be having lot of things uh, ulta. That means you will whatever you try to imagine that this will be the corporate life, but you will not be having success in that manner, and everything will be just upside down. And you need to understand the corporate very seriously, because once you step into corporate, you just have to leave all your college life outside and then step into a new life. So take your corporate life very seriously, because especially pandemics are there, so you try to put attention to all this what do you call lectures, and try to decode all the message, and definitely will help you to land up in some company. Next question I have from Jeevan: what to do when the person in front of me listening just to reply, not to understand? I guess you're not the person. Okay. So that question is interesting, but it is just like it says in front of me. Hello, there's some. Hello. Hello, ma'am, is it audible?
Yes, it is audible. Go on.
Okay. So the question was, I just got disconnected from the net, I guess. So the question was, what to do when the person in front of me is listening just to reply, not to understand? Yes. So this happens not only with me, with most of the students, that you try to be in the class, but you don't listen to any of the lectures. So that time you will not experience the outcome of that, but you will definitely experience when the result is out, and you will see that you have failed in some paper. That time you will think that, yeah, I should have put 5% of effort, and you would have definitely cleared the exam. So that will be the outcome you will see later. But you need to definitely put a lot of effort, because behind your success, it's your parents' hard work. So whatever the hard work they are putting in, you need to definitely value their money. Why non-listening is not good? Why non-listening is not good? Definitely, if you are being a student, Aditya, you need to be a listener, and if you're not listening, you will not land up anywhere, and you will definitely be out of track. That means if you are planning to be a if you're planning to get a job in some company, or what are you, if you're planning to be a business, whatever you're trying to whatever you're planning to be in future, you have to be a good listener. And not only listening, you have to be a good communicator as well. So you need to listen to the people, and if you're not listening, then if people are saying this, then you're saying something, and then definitely you will spoil all your relation with all the fellow mates in the college, and as well as the corporate life. Next question. I guess someone is chatting. Sorry, someone is typing the message.
Want to ask question? You can ask. You just unmute your mic and you can ask also.
Yes. So one thing from Mike, though there's no question popping up, but I will just share one small. Yeah,
Hello?
someone is asking me.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, bro. Can you please tell me like how this corporate will work like for the beginners?
Okay, so how corporate? First thing, what's up, Hemant? Right. First thing, you
Yes.
need to try to understand. There's a lot many difference between you and me. You should not be calling me a bro. First thing, very
Yeah. Sorry.
being very honest about it. So that should not be the thing. And second thing, when it comes to, you need to just when it comes to corporate life, yeah. Um, I guess many of the social medias are there. You need to first land up in the right company in order to, what you call, in order to fulfill your parents' dream. And the question asked by you is that, can you repeat once again?
Yeah, how like corporate works for the freshers, like how they don't know anything
Okay,
about
how
the
corporate works for the freshers, right?
Yes.
So, there are many corporates, many industries are there in IT that they are more welcoming for the newcomers, but many of the companies are there, they will just ignore the newcomers. So what I would suggest is, though as per my experience, I can say I have landed in one of the big companies start after my college, that is Tesco. But my experience was very good. But what I advise is that try to go with the small go with the startup companies, because they, it's a chance that you will try to nurture your understanding and the knowledge. Okay, so you will be having more of practical knowledge there, and you will be what do you call, you will be able to understand entire process, how does the company function, and from there you can take a flight and go to another company, that is like you can apply for a bigger company. But what I would suggest, go with the smaller company, and you will having a good life there, and then after that you can definitely plan for a bigger companies.
Thanks, Vinay.
Yes. So next, there's no question. So yeah, I was talking about corporate life and as well as my personal experience. It is very different from the college and the corporate life. So when it comes to corporate life, you need to be very much vocal, and you need to be at each and every point you have to prove yourself, because you never know. But the person sitting right next to you will be your competitor. He will throw you out in right next moment. So whatever the task they are given, that you should not limit yourself to the task. After that, you should also try to keep on enhancing your skills. So if you have learned SQL, try to learn something more in technology, or try to because nowadays one person having one what do you call one skills is not enough. Either if you are a computer science engineering, either you are a computer science engineer, try to what do you call try to learn other field as well, because having one field is not more than enough. This is very much competitive world, and everyone is like a competitor for each other. I'm sure that many people are over here, they can definitely be a part of my company, or they can come and join my company. So you never know that you will be also working under me sometime. So yeah, this can be one. And currently I'm handling 6 members. So all these 6 members, in that 4 of them are freshers. So what I got to learn from them, because the day one when I started teaching them, giving them KT, that time I understood that they were totally into the college life. Then I told them very clearly, try to understand the corporate life seriously, because you will never know that a company will be planning your replacement also. Because if you are not giving 100% performance, they will definitely throw you from the company. And because it's a matter of money for a company, it's not matter of your you being in the company, it's a matter for money. Everything matters to money for the company. So you need to take the corporate life very seriously. Next question I'm getting from Banu, saying that, can you name few skills that MBA persons should possess? Okay, so being MBA grad, very important, and first thing, you should have very good communication. So you need to be a good communicator. So you need to, because MBM is, it just not like you have to be listening. You have to be a good communicator, and if you are a good communicator, you will try to bring more value to the company, and thereby there's a chances that you will be surviving in the company. That's the one thing. And second thing is that you need to have more patience in your job role. So especially in that when it comes to sales, how does the sales job is very difficult and very tiring. At that time, if you are not say if a company has given you a target of 3 crores a turnover and you're not making it, so you need to have a patience and try to achieve the target, because it's a matter of your position at the company. Any other question coming up?
Anybody else? Even you can unmute your mic and you can ask
Yes.
the question.
Anyone has any sort of doubts related to career perspective, definitely ask me. Then you guys can find me on LinkedIn also and get connect to me. And I will be happy to help you in whatever possible ways I can. I guess no questions popping up. Ma'am, any other questions you're having, you can definitely ask me.
Okay. All the students are requested to fill the feedback form. We are sending you the link in the chat box. So anybody else have any more questions? Vinay is really gave a
Okay, one question just coming up now.
coming
Sorry
up.
for that.
Yes, yes.
There's a question coming from Siddharth. How do you focus when you are not able to? Yes, right now I'm a person who's not only limiting myself with my 9 to 5 job, but also apart from my tuition, I take currently 5 tuitions right now. So parallelly, I'm doing all these things. So my task is very much busy, especially Monday to Friday. So how do I focus? Try to get at least a nap of 30 minutes more than enough to relax your brain and so that time you will be having whatever the session you will be going ahead, you will try to put more effort in that. So if you are not having at least a half an hour of nap, try to or try to be in your own zone. Like if you want to listen to the songs or try to browse Instagram reels, this that. So be in your zone at least 5 to 10 minutes. So that will try to give a relaxation to your brain, and then you will be having good session, good time ahead. Which is your college? So when it comes to which Aditya, you're asking about which college. So I'll just say like post graduation I've done from New Horizon. Before that I've done BTech from Gopalan College, and then 11th 12th I've done from Indian Academy, and 10th standard from Lorry Memorial High School. So these are my education career. And then after my postgraduate, I landed in Tesco. I worked there nearly about 1.5 years, and then I got good opportunity in Shopee, and then immediately switched over here. And I'm currently working as senior analyst.
In Shopee India, what exactly your role, Vinay?
Okay, in Shopee India, I'll tell you, ma'am. So Shopee India is a e-commerce company. Its headquarters is in Singapore. So unlike Flipkart, Amazon, it is also like an e-commerce company. And over here, I guess hardly people know about the Shopee. But about the Shopee, it is widely expanding in India, and they have an online platform of like very. It is similar function to Amazon and Flipkart. But when it comes to my job role over here, I'm the backend developer, backend analysis person. So what I do is like whatever you see in the front end of the website, so you click over there and you're not trying to buy anything. So we will try to understand why you're not buying it. I'm sure many people, what they do, they just put the item in the wish list and they will not buy. Even 6 months happens, 1 year happens, they will not buy. So in that case, we will try to understand why people are not buying that product. Or if say every month we will have certain set of target customers. So say this every month we will be having a sell day. We call it a sell day. That is, for example, now March is coming up, so we'll be having 3. That means the 3rd March, the third date. Okay, so on that day we'll be having a sell day. So that day, what we will do, we will on till 2nd we'll set up everything and we'll keep it ready, and we'll be having we'll say after all the analysis, we'll get to know that as per the previous performance, we'll get to know that, okay, last time we have seen 5 lakh customers turning up to our website and buying the products, but this time we'll try to definitely give it more, say 10 lakh. So upon the analysis, we'll get to know, okay, 10 lakh customers, we are planning to target them. But in that 10 lakh, if say only 2 lakh customers have turned up, so we will see why 2 lakh only customer have turned up, why, what happened to the remaining 8 lakh. So even March is a festival of Holi, right? So we have to see all this perspective, and we have to hit the market with related to emotion, also related to emotions. So festivals are coming, try to relate your product with the festivals, or try to relate with the customer sentiments. So that will help us to reach wider audience. And if analysis, if redemptions are happening more, so for example, big billion day happens, and Flipkart will say that this time we are targeting 1 crore customers, and you will be surprised to know that nearly more than 1 crore customer will be shopping on particular day, right? So that time we will be same thing happens with the Shopee. If more customers are buying the product, we will try to analyze that how we have certain tools. So we will try to analyze why, like how the customers have responded to our website, and what made them to choose particular product over other products. So based on that feedback, we will discuss with our on-site, and then we will develop a new solution for the local products.
So somebody has put can't find a link. No,
so I've got hello.
We had put the feedback link. All the students are requested to feedback. You can see that in the chat box.
Okay, there's one question coming up from Deva Jyoti Viswas. Can't find any links, so please give me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure about the link. You need to come talk to your Anita ma'am.
No, we already posted.
Okay, it's already there on the
chat box.
chat
It
window.
is there.
Ma'am, it's visible, ma'am. It's visible.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Visible, right? It's there in the
Yeah,
chat box.
Ma'am, ma'am. But if you open the link, ma'am, it shows you are already responded. For everyone, it's showing like that.
Yes, ma'am.
So I
Is
think
it?
you have to give a permission.
Yes, ma'am.
Like that.
Oh, we have to give the permission. Okay.
Okay. So I guess
Just
few questions
give
are
us a 1
popping up.
second time.
Yeah, I guess few questions are popping up from side. It says, is it worth doing MBA after B? Why did you choose MBA after B? Okay, so I guess yes, it's worth doing MBA after B, because I wanted to actually start my own business after the BTech, but certain I was lagging in certain skills and all those things, due to which suddenly plans turned from doing of MBA. And then when I planned to start my business, and pandemic came into the market, and that time I don't want to risk my money and don't want to risk myself. So I thought, let me give it some time, and then definitely we are planning to in future actually I'm planning to start my own edtech. So let's see how does it go ahead. So next question coming with, okay, okay, this is the question. So I guess I have answered to all your questions, and any other questions coming up?
Yes, Vinay, can you hear me?
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, ma'am. I'm extremely
Thank
good.
you. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Thanks to Dr. Anita, ma'am also.
Thank you, Shri.
Yes.
Nice to see you here with the busy schedule.
Our alumni, I have to be there, and Vinay is very much there in memories. He's like in class also he was very active, and I think from the time he has graduated, from MBA program, I'm seeing the way he's putting the post on LinkedIn and the kind of career opportunities he has got.
Okay.
It's very good, Vinay. Very proud of you.
Thanks, ma'am. Thank you so much.
And wishing you the best. I hope your dreams will come true of having your own startup.
Yes.
And one more thing I wanted to inform you, since it's a platform for you and all other students who have joined listening to you, that we are we are driving our entrepreneurship initiatives in a very, very great manner. So which is open for alumni as well as all our students. So at any point of time, if you want to get some detailed analysis or any kind of support which you feel we can provide to you, please do get back to us. Okay, we will be able to connect you with the people who are into edtech business, so that when you start, what are those do's and don'ts when you are starting an edtech company. One,
Correct.
two, we are also helping in form of seed funding to many of our students. Okay. And we have launched two initiatives. One is Udan, which I'm sure many of students should be aware if they're
Correct.
they would have gone through the launch. And the other, we are partner in FKCCI Manthan, where we are supporting big seed funding for all the students. So students can participate in Manthan, students can participate in Udan, and can get that advantage of getting through a complete formal mentoring process and reaching to the business plan stage and get some seed funding for getting to POC stage or getting to like prototype or commercialization stage. So that kind of help is available from the entrepreneurship incubation center in our college.
Okay.
Okay, so since you mentioned your dream, I thought this
Yes.
is something which I should inform you.
True. Fine, ma'am. Definitely, once I come back to college, I will definitely have word with you.
Are you based in Bangalore now, or?
Yes, right now I'm in Bangalore, but currently some personal things has happened in my family, due to which I'm not moving out so much. But once I'm back to college someday, I will definitely meet you, ma'am.
Wonderful.
So I guess no questions are pouring in, so I think we can finish the session, ma'am.
Hello. Thank you, Sheelan. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Silan, ma'am.
I
Thank
think
you
all
so
the
much.
students have no doubt, I think, very clear in your speech. And it was a very nice presentation, Vinay. We are really proud of you. And
Thank you, ma'am.
you have enlightened with our students about the listening skills, and which is more important than talking.
Yes.
It's 200% true. Listening is a very important thing. It builds a relationship. It solves the problems. It ensures the understanding. And definitely the person can be a better and the best person who listens more than talking. Yes, thank you so much, Vinay. On behalf of New Horizon College of Engineering and Alumni Association and on behalf of all our students, I would like to give heartfelt thanks to you for joining us and giving this wonderful topic to our students, presenting on this wonderful topic. Thank you so much. So please keep in touch with us whenever you want to enlighten our current students, your juniors. You are most welcome. And once again, thank you so much. And thank you so much to all my dear students. Thank you for joining this wonderful webinar. And even though today is a holiday, you all have joined. 217 students have joined in your webinar.
Yes.
It's really a great thing. And on behalf of Alumni Association, I would like to thank all the students who have benefited from this webinar. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, the last
you,
thing I
ma'am.
just want
Thank
to
you.
say thanks to Silan ma'am for a few nice words you have spoken. So thank you so much.
No, thank you,
Silan,
Vinay. Thanks to you. In spite of so many things happening, you joined us and you gave
Yes.
such a wonderful presentation.
Correct.
Thanks to you.
Yes, and thank you, Anita ma'am, for organizing this event online. So yes, next whenever the session will happen, we'll try to do it physical, like in
Offline,
college.
yes, that will
Yeah,
be
so
more interactive actually.
exactly, that
More
will be much
interactive and more
more
lively.
fun,
Yes,
and
yes.
more good session will be there. That will
Exactly,
be much
yes.
worth. So
Yes.
we'll do that in future days. So yeah, thank you so much, entire students, for joining and taking your time from this busy weekend. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.